would you agree that the main event of the second round is Timberwolves and Nuggets?
No, the main event is wherever Clippers is for me. You know what I mean?
I got it. There's bread, and you're buttering it, and it needs buttering. I understand.
But no, it is because here's what and this is kind of what I love about Denver. And I talked about Jokic and his usage rate, which is probably very low. The understanding of how to run offense and defend both sides of the court, to have a dynamic player like Jokic who gives it up at the right time, to have Jamal Murray, not an all-star, not a first-team All-NBA, but yet has it when it comes to it. Michael Porter Jr., for everything he's been through, the injuries, can he play? Is he rebounding the defense? KCP, defender, knocking down shots. Aaron Gordon reinvented himself, and this is the best thing ever. We saw it with him coming to Denver and playing a certain role and really feeding off Jokic. Question with Peyton Watson and Christian Braun, could they fill in on the bench and kind of do what, Green and also Bruce Brown did last year? Reggie Jackson. This is, you look at the model of how to build a team, this is it. Around a superstar that has no ego, that plays the right way. It's tough to beat them because they beat you in so many different ways. It's not just one way. It's not one person commanding the ball. The ball moves. It doesn't stick. You got to guard the full real estate. And then you look at this Minnesota team. Rich, I don't know about you, but we talked about Anthony Edwards.
Uh-huh.
Steve Smith told me about him back when he was in high school. Steve Smith, a former Michigan State and Atlanta Hawk, works at Turner. Said, Jim, I got a young guy that I've been working with that's going to be different. And he ain't lying, man. And then Cat, I'm going to give Cat a lot of credit. Letting the ego go and understanding the bigger picture, playing a different role this year, accepting that it's probably Anthony's team, but that he and Gobert together can work.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Conley, Ohio State, come on, man.
No, he's been great, and
right, Rich,
and he has been superb. He's awesome, and when you're going through the Nuggets, your defending champion Nuggets, and how stout they are, and Jokic and Murray calling game on the Lakers twice, and how difficult it is to unseat a champion. I kept thinking to myself, but Anthony Edwards is one of those guys who cannot be told he can't. You know what I mean?
No.
And that is, he strikes me as such a total wild card in this round that he could, when he sat next to Karl-Anthony Towns a couple of days ago, and before they broomed the Suns, I played the soundbite here on the show where he told Karl-Anthony Towns in front of him to stop effing fouling and then just look straight ahead. And I thought to myself, I know that there's a lot of Jordan comparisons, and that's unfair. But that there, I'm like, oh, okay. And Karl-Anthony Towns kind of laughed, but this is Edwards' team, and he is putting his stamp down, and he's basically, stop effing fouling, and we're going to win. I heard that. I'm like, look out. Look out, man.
But you know why? One, he puts in the work. So he wants to play. He's out there, okay? So when you're a leader, and you know this, Rich, words have meaning. Words have gravity. But actions have to follow that.
Right.
And that's what Anthony Edwards brought to the table from day one. He wants to play. He wants to be the best. But he puts in the work, and he's on the court. He's available. So when he speaks, it speaks a lot louder because his actions back it up. And they're sincere because he's, from all understanding, an outstanding teammate, an outstanding young man, all about the team. Never been about him with regards to it's about me and everything else is secondary. No, he wants He said, I want to be all defensive team, one of the best defensive players. I want to rebound the ball. I want to pass and make my teammates better. How can you not love that? How can you not buy into that narrative from a young man that's kind of cut from a different cloth from old school? Okay? And that, to me, is why this series is so intriguing. And I got to go back and look at the numbers during the regular season on this series. But because you have Gobert and Cat that could guard Jokic, and I'm not saying stop him. Notice I said guard. And play him one-on-one when you don't have to give as much help. The key is going to be Aaron Gordon and his offensive rebounding, his lob threat, KCP taking away those open shots, he and Michael Porter, and Jamal Murray, that pick and roll game, especially in particular in the middle, because that is so hard to guard because Jokic can step back and shoot. If you go under, Murray now can step back and shoot it. How you defend that consistently, not all the time. They're going to get some stuff off that action. They're just too good. But can you limit that effectiveness, in particular in a close game in the last 4 minutes, where they're not as effective in that pick and roll situation? That right there for Minnesota is going to be the challenge. It's going to be the challenge. And can you win a game at 5-2-8-0, which is the altitude in Denver? Mm-hmm. Can you win a game on the road, which is going to be very important?
I love it. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.